what happened to 4-year-old Maleah Davis, and why did she have to have brain surgery at such a young age? You guys make sure you stay tuned to the video to hear all the details of the disappearance of this beautiful little girl. Hello everyone, welcome back, or if you're new, welcome to the Nosy Southerner channel. So I wanted to bring you guys this story about this little girl by the name of Maleah Davis. Now I know this is not a celebrity story, but it is a trending topic, and hopefully someone will see this video and know more information about Maleah's whereabouts. So 4-year-old Maleah Davis was last seen Friday, May 3rd with her stepfather Darian Vince and her 2-year-old brother in Houston, Texas. Now Maleah was reported missing by her stepfather, who stated that he was allegedly kidnapped by 3 Hispanic men. Darian stated to the police that Maleah was abducted after he was assaulted by 3 men he thought had stopped to help him when he pulled over with car trouble. So according to Darian, he stopped his car near Highway 59 and Greens Road to check a tire when he allegedly heard noise coming from the back. He stated 2 Hispanic men driving a blue Chevrolet crew cab pickup truck, possibly a 2010 or similar model, got out of his truck. Now he stated that one of the men made a comment that Maleah looks very sweet and she looks very nice. And then he stated that one of the men hits him over the head and he loses consciousness.
I don't want to do any questions. Not right now. I just want to let everybody know about the flyer. Is that okay? My name is Brittany Bowens. And it's spelled Brittany. My last name is Bowens, Bowens. I'm Maleah's mother. This is the flyers that we're passing out right now down here in City Hall in Sugar Land. If anybody wants to come out and join and support us, I would greatly appreciate that. I just want to find Maleah. I just want to find Maleah. And I love her so much. I love her so much. If there's anybody that can help me, please. I just want to find my baby. I just want to find her. Help me find her, please. Help me find her. Anything helps. Share a post, share the flyer, anything helps, and it's greatly appreciated, and I mean that from my heart. I mean that with every bit of me. Maleah is a sweet girl. She loves to dance. She's always happy. She's very helpful. You know? She's full of life. She has a beautiful spirit. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this. I can't. I'm overwhelmed.
After that initial video went viral, the Sugarland police in Texas are now saying that Maleah Davis' stepfather, Darian's initial story didn't add up. Darian Vance first told police that he was kidnapped by the Hispanic man after he stopped with car trouble on Highway 59 in Greens Road to check a tire. He then told police that he woke up somewhere off of Highway 6 in Sugarland, Texas area earlier that evening with Maleah's infant brother Cortland in his arms, and there was no sign of Maleah. Now, Darian arrived at Sugarland Methodist Hospital Saturday night appearing to have fresh wounds from an attack. He stated that he had been in and out of consciousness since the attack and he didn't really know where he was until 6 p.m. Saturday. That's when he said he walked with Cortland, which is the 2-year-old little boy. He walked with Cortland to the hospital for treatment. So wait, pause. So you mean to tell me that while Darian was allegedly in and out of consciousness, his 2-year-old son Cortland was just sitting there on the highway and no one noticed? This man cannot be serious. I myself live about 40 minutes outside of Houston around the coastal area, and I know for a fact that Highway 59 is a very busy and active highway. So there is no way that a 2-year-old little boy is going to be on an open highway and a man just going to be passed out on the street and no one noticed and no one stopped. That makes no type of sense. But anyway, let me continue with the story. So I want you guys to know this. So on Tuesday, the Sugarland police stated Vince's story had changed since his first talk to investigator, specifically the nature of how he got to the hospital. Now, a little information about Maleah. She is around 3 feet tall. They're saying that she weighs between 30 and 40 pounds. When she was last seen, she was wearing a pink bow in her hair and a light blue zip-up jacket, and she had on gray, white, and pink sneakers. Her family stated that she was recovering from a recent brain surgery and she requires critical medical
allegations of abuse. And we are sharing this information not to point a finger at one person or try to influence public opinion, but to be transparent about what we've learned and to answer a question you've been asking. Here's investigative reporter Cheryl Mercedes with what she discovered.
You can't deny the pure joy that jumps off of 4-year-old Maleah's face in the pictures that have been in the public eye since her disappearance. Those were perhaps the happier days. Court records we uncovered paint a darker picture of the little girl's life over the last several months. Documents we obtained from the Harris County clerk show that last August, the Department of Family and Protective Services received a report alleging physical abuse and neglectful supervision of Maleah. She was living with her mother, Brittany Bowens, and stepfather, Darian Vance, at the time. The state got involved after Maleah's mother brought her to the hospital with a head injury. Doctors had to do surgery to remove half of her skull. When Maleah got out of ICU, doctors ordered that she wear a helmet for 12 to 24 months while she healed. But that was not Maleah's first trip to the ER. According to records, 3 weeks earlier on July 10th, Bowens took Maleah to the ER after she was throwing up blood. Doctors reported Maleah was extremely lethargic. Maleah was treated and sent home. The very next week, on July 28th, Maleah was back in the hospital for a cut to her forehead. Medical professionals reported she had blood just outside of her brain. Neither parent was able to tell doctors what could have caused it. Bowen said she was hurt after falling from a chair, but medical professionals said that would not have caused the serious internal injuries. Doctors reported they were concerned about abuse, but in the end, the court found they could not confirm whether or not those injuries were caused by abuse. The CPS caseworker noted she had reason to believe there was neglectful supervision on Brittany Bowens' part.
So after the state got involved after Maleah had a seizure and due to her head injury back in August. So Maleah was living with her grandmother, her mother Brittany Bowens and her mother's boyfriend Darian Vince, and she was only taken to the hospital after her seizure, after her grandmother made her mother take her to the hospital. Now, the court records are saying that Maleah's grandmother didn't know anything about her injury until after her grandmother got from work. That they're saying that Maleah actually obtained the injury while her grandmother was at work. Now, the doctor said that the injury and explanation did not add up to suspected abuse. So, according to the records, the alleged reason Maleah had to have brain surgery was because Maleah hurt herself after falling from a chair. But according to the doctors, that would not have caused the serious internal injuries, which required half of Maleah's skull to be removed. So again, according to the court records, Maleah suffered traumatic brain injury with evidence of more than one injury while in the possession of her mother, Brittany Bowens, and her mother's boyfriend, Darian Vince. Now, they stated that neither one of them had an explanation that was consistent with the injuries. So that's when CPS got involved, and then CPS concluded that there was reason to believe that there was neglectful supervision on her mother's part, but nothing more. And then in the end, the doctors could not confirm whether or not the injuries was caused by abuse. Really? Wow. But anyway, CPS has had temporary custody of Maleah since August, but a judge in February ordered a monitored return home to Maleah's mother, where the caseworker could go at least once a month to check in on the family. Now, the court also ordered Maleah's parents to take parenting classes, but neither one of them actually completed that. They didn't bother with it. So on yesterday around 10:20 a.m., Missouri City, Texas police found the missing car belonging to Maleah's stepfather. The search volunteers stated that they found the car at a strip center parking lot on Highway 6 and Riverstone Boulevard. Police searched the trunk for evidence in the case but didn't find any evidence. They said that the car looks fine, everything on the car looks normal, and the tires looked okay. So again, no more than 2 hours later after that, on the same day, it was stated that Vince and Maleah's mother, Brittany Bowens, were banned from having any contact with their son or any of their other children. The ruling came during an emergency hearing on Wednesday. So it looks like after they found the car and noticed that the car was okay, they banned both parents from having any contact with the other children. Now, the investigators did talk to Maleah's daycare center, and the owner stated that they hadn't seen Maleah since April 26. The owner stated that Vince picked up the son Friday, but Maleah wasn't with him. Now, the case is still ongoing, and CPS still has temporary custody of Maleah. The next court date is set for May 22nd. CPS also stated that Maleah was living with relatives when she was allegedly abducted, and the agency has assigned extra staff to work on the case. Wow. Now, this entire story is so heartbreaking. I mean, in my opinion, how can you see a child with those type of injuries and return her back home? No one falls out of a chair and sustain those type of injuries. I mean, come on, get serious, people. My nephew is so rough. I mean, he falls all the time. He's always getting into something. He's always hurting himself, but he has never needed no type of surgery on his skull from falling. I mean, boys are rough, but he has never needed any type of surgery from just falling down. So this child was clearly allegedly attacked and beaten, and someone knows what happened to her. Now, I do know that these type of stories usually don't end well, but I'm hoping that she is found safe and that they remove her from her home. Now, if anyone has seen Maleah or heard anything about her, you guys can call the police tip line. The number is 713-222-TIPS. That's 713-222-TIPS. and I will put it on in the description box, and it is on the screen as well. So if you guys know anything, you know, call the hotline or whatever. But I did want to bring you guys a story. Like I said, hopefully she is found. It's not looking too good, but you know, we can always hope. Then anyway, I want you guys to make sure, please, to share this video with anyone. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. And again, if you want, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I want you guys to have a good day. Bye.